There are enough and more steps being talked about in terms of improving the investment climate. Private investment has been holding up. I mean, our investments have fallen off a lot, and the major fall has come from the corporate investment side. Okay, and investment has been holding up not because of rise in interest rates. A 25 basis points cut in interest rate will not really make much of a difference to the entire investment scenario, or even if they're doing a cost benefit analysis. That's hardly anything. Okay, of course, that sort of tends to give you an idea that the easing cycle has started. What is more important from their angle is, looking at whether the overall environment, the business environment has improved, investment climate has improved. Even in this budget, a statement has been made that we realize that reforms are important, hard decisions have to be taken. But this is just a statement. No part of the budget gives an indication that it will be done. Of course, that doesn't mean that's the end of the road. I mean, the entire year is there. They can still take decisions depending on how things pan out, how the political situations pan out. But frankly speaking, I do not foresee much happening. They have also taken a credit of around 30,000 crores, for disinvestment. Target is realistic. I absolutely have no doubt about it. But a few things. The way they have taken the entire disinvestment, the manner in which they conducted the disinvestment policy last year, or rather the policy, the entire disinvestment thing last year, it doesn't inspire as much confidence. You have to start in right earnest now, to make sure you get that amount of money. In a situation where the consumers are hard done, so the government had to give them some sobs, but whatever has been given anyway is nothing. But in such a situation, they had to depend a lot on the excise, on the indirect taxes front. So the usual scapegoats would definitely be excise and the service tax. So yes, if you ask me, both has inflationary impact. So this also can possibly lead us to another conundrum. If you look at the situation, how inflation has manifested itself over this period of time, given the high base effect, and purely because of the base effect, inflation will come down. Okay, but from the consumer's point of view, the prices now are 20% plus more than what the prices were 2 years ago. Even if we have 4, 5, 6% inflation, that's big on them. In fact, if you look at the current budget, they are expecting a nominal GDP growth of around 14%, which means if their assumption of 7.6% GDP growth is correct, which I absolutely do not believe would be correct, it still means that you are looking at 6.4% of inflation. That is still a big number.